Every year we are trying to improve as musicians, and we should be abandoning things we did the previous year. So this episode, I'm gonna share 5 things we should stop doing in 2024 as musicians. The very first one, we should stop neglecting digital marketing. Now, digital marketing has been booming for the last 14 years or so. So as musicians, we have to embrace it. And there are various ways to engage in digital marketing. I typically use free methods of digital marketing, such as this video. So I make content on these platforms such as Instagram, YouTube, etc. And I expect that I will get traffic some way through these content avenues. But if you have a budget, you can use paid advertising to get your message and your music across. So digital marketing is a very important tool to progress, and we should stop neglecting it in 2024. Number 2, we should stop neglecting the data. Now, I know data and analytics and analysis is not really what comes to mind as a musician and a creative because it's analytical, but we need to focus on the data to kind of tell us what is working in our careers and what is not working in our careers. For example, if you continuously posting at 1 a.m. for a whole month and you're seeing 0 engagement, and then the one time you post at 5 p.m. you see almost 100% improvement, then you know you should stop posting at 1 a.m. and post more at 5 p.m. That's a basic example of how we can look at the data and say, okay, that's not working. Let me do this. We generally have to be looking at numbers to see these kind of changes. And the only way to do that is to use the analytics tools on these various platforms. So I highly suggest that we as musicians should stop neglecting the data. Number 3, we should stop focusing solely on streaming revenue. If you've been in the streaming game for long enough, you know you will not make a lot of money from streaming. But that doesn't mean we should stop using these platforms. It just means that we must not focus on the revenue side for streaming. If you want to use streaming, you have to remember it is more likely a marketing tool than a revenue cash cow tool. So it won't be the one that's making the most money. The most money will come from your other type of ventures. Ventures such as live performance, free busking on the street, you'll probably get more from than streaming over there, selling CDs and selling other kind of products, digital products or physical products such as CDs. So we should not be focusing on streaming revenue. We are done with that, but we still use those platforms to market and get our music easily accessible to the people that listen to music. Number 4, we should stop neglecting fan engagement. So people sometimes engage with your content, so it is important that when they do, you reciprocate and you follow through and engage with their content too, especially if it's using your music. I know when people use my music on their stories, for example, I reuse it, especially if they tag me in it. And if they're commenting, generally I try comment to the first few, especially my YouTube channel, just to keep the engagement, to make them heard, because they put in the time to put in that text. The least you can do is even a thumbs up or heart to acknowledge that you saw their message. So stop neglecting fan engagement. Last but not least, let's not neglect the collaboration in 2024. Collaboration, if you look at all the artists that are blowing up, all the artists that are making lots of cash, they are collaborating. There are multiple hands getting involved to perfect and craft songs, music, and other kind of ventures. Because many hands light work, and generally as humans we need multiple hands to make our music. So I highly suggest we keep collaborating, we keep on networking and building our networks as we try to improve in our music hustle. But if you want to collab with myself, head over to my website skillmusicsa.com/collab, and I'll outline over there how we can collaborate and what I'm looking for right now in artists, and watch the video of the 5 things I look out for as red flags, because if you have any one of these red flags, I'll most likely not be willing to collaborate. But until next time.